So the substance that's secreted from the head and it's rubbed on trees to communicate to inferior males. How does a male know that it's inferior? Is it like levels of testosterone that's in the substance, or like are you just smelling another male?
Do you find anything about that? About the substance that's secreted? Like how do other males know?
I don't know if it specifically said how they know. It might just be, I don't think the females do it as much, so it might just be that they know it's there, so there's another male there.
How's it territory?
Yeah, it's territorial marking.
And it also is said to maintain and restore contact between herd members. So I guess they would just know that there's a herd there too.
As far as the chemical composition goes, not sure. I'm guessing like when the males are holding territories, right, there are only so many other individuals that will be adjacent to your territory. So I'm guessing that there's some sort of knowledge of correlation between scent marks and which males go with. But I don't know don't know what else beyond that.
So, why do you think there's a sex ratio? Why do you think there's, I mean, presumably males and females are born at 1-to-1 ratios in the population, but then at the adult stage you end up having this skewed ratio of 2-to-1 females to males. They probably didn't say.
Yeah,
what.
they didn't say.
Anybody want to kind of just speculate as to what might be?
I have a guess because like when you guys will see what this is in mind, that males might have higher competition rates against other males with territory and like fighting them off would cause more deaths. That'd be my
Also,
guess.
like when they're like, as you said, like the more territorial ones get like better grazing lands, like the less territorial, less like good ones, I guess, would like get the worse lands. They'd have like less resources and food and would probably die of starvation and like dehydration faster.
It did say something about like if a territorial male has a herd of females, they would chase off like bachelor males, but like juvenile males.
So
That might not have to be
probably, and this is true for quite a few animals where you have sex ratio differences, is that males are actually more vulnerable to predation. Part of it is that they probably really because of how testosterone affects their behavior, it makes them more risk-taking, and so they're probably not as vigilant and careful in terms of looking for predators. But most of the predation, probably most of the mortality of impala is, I don't think starvation is much of an issue. Impala are pretty good about finding resources, and so you don't have big die-offs from starvation. But it's probably predation.
And there is like, if you also think like the females, right? They have herds, so there's that's a defense mechanism, right? Whereas the males are having to hold territories. So while like the testosterone may affect their ability, their risk-taking behavior, also they're off on their own.
Yeah,
So
right.
they're much more vulnerable.
Probably not as vigilant. I mean, that's one of the things that's seen for the ones who are looking at Impala is that you spend quite a bit of time in vigilance looking around, looking for predators.
Thank you. All right, who wants to go next? All right.
So I'm the Thompson Gazelle, so it is like very similar to the Impala.
Perfect.
So I feel like it's good to see like comparisons and stuff.
Yeah, sounds great.
So the Thompson Gazelle has a nickname. It's also known as a Tommy, but their habitat is relatively narrow compared to like other species. So they mostly stick to short, dry grasslands. However, if they need to migrate, feed, drink, or like run from a wildebeest or something, they will go more towards like taller grass and denser wood areas. So they are mostly grazers, but they will sometimes like become browsers, which is similar to the impalas. They're also really good at exploiting seasonal productivity through like going to short grasses during rainfall and then moving more towards like high rainfall areas when it is the dry season. So females are typically not aggressive, which I think also would contribute to like why they're like going off like that men have like the higher testosterone, they're more aggressive, but the females aren't very aggressive, and they are very protective over their fawns, so they'll like hide them and stay within like 1 to 2 meters of like where the babies are hidden. And then the mothers also won't go around any other Tommies while their children are like growing up. So for the first 8 months, they like don't go around other females or males unless the other female also has offspring. And then the males, they have increased aggression with age, which is interesting. And then they also have a prominent preorbital scent gland, so that also is similar to the impala. And then the bachelor males are just like single and trying to find females, while the territorial males have energetic herding and chasing, and they try to contain the females and the young within a range. And again, the sexual segregation and trying to weed out the bachelor males. Yeah, so that's some like differences between the females and males, but comparing them, they are very similar in their coloring, and they have very bad endurance. So they're very quick and they can outrun a lot of different animals, but they can only run for about like 2 to 3 miles until they get tired. So
Only 2 to 3 miles.
I mean, compared to other animals,
Yeah.
it's bad endurance.
Yeah.
So
They're sprinters. Yeah.
they can outrun most animals except a cheetah. So what they'll do is they'll like make really quick turns to like try to outplay the cheetah. They are good at water conservation, so they're good in droughts, and they need a lot of water though. They spend half of their time resting, and they have like a thing they do where they sweep their black tail like on their white rump to tell other gazelles from like far away that it's like a Thompson gazelle. So it's like a communication thing. And generally they're like very social groups. So the mixed herds are females and territorial males, and they're very loose and like flowing and changing. So for reproduction, the gestation period is 6 months, and it peaks during rainfall, which is similar to a lot of other animals, I think. And when they